What's up, everybody? I'd like to welcome you guys to my very first episode of my podcast, Executives Sessions. My name is Dale, and I'm coming to you straight from my shop here in San Diego. I've been customizing cars for over 25 years, and a lot of you listening probably already know who I am from this car scene, and if you don't know, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself tonight. This podcast is going to be about cars. You know me always talking cars, but it's also going to be about something bigger than that. Life, family problems, relationships, struggles, victories, but most importantly, faith. Because God has shown me that through Him, all things are possible. And when you put Him first in your life and let Him lead you, ain't nothing stopping you. And that's what Executive Sessions is going to be about. So I'm 46 years old, I'm a father of 6, and I've been through a lot. I'm divorced, I'm remarried now, just had my 13th anniversary, and I know what it's like to be in a blended family, to deal with kids who are close, some that aren't. My mom's Filipino, my dad's white, so I grew up in this mixed culture with food and discipline and different values. I started wrenching on cars when I was young. Matter of fact, me and one of my good friends turbocharged my truck when I was in high school, and I just fell in love with it. I was never scared to try something, and I just had this thirst for knowledge, wanting to be better at what I do, challenging myself to be the best and to keep building my skills. I just love the way you can take something wrecked and make it beautiful again, or to think outside the box and build something amazing, one of a kind. That's what hooked me. Over the years, I've built my name, my shop, and hundreds of show-stopping cars that I can honestly say that I'm one of the best out there in this game. Now let me be real here. I ain't perfect. No shop owner is. There have been times I've let some people down. Times customers weren't happy with the outcome. And I carry that. I feel a responsibility for it because at the end of the day, this is my name, my passion. But I also know that I put my heart and soul into everything I do. And even when I fall short, it's never because I didn't care. It's because I'm human. The San Diego car scene has been my world, and it's given me a platform I never thought I'd have. But I want people to know I'm not sitting here pretending like I'm flawless. I'm just a guy who loves what he does, who works hard, and who leans on God's grace to keep me going. So why a podcast? Well, to be honest, life isn't just about what we do, it's about what we've been through. In this shop, I've had some of the craziest conversations with my boys, with customers. And sometimes it's business, sometimes it's relationships. Sometimes it could be about being a father, or could be about faith. Sometimes it could be about struggles. Struggles that'll break you, especially if you ain't got God holding you up. And I thought, why keep these conversations in here? Why not share them? So maybe someone out there can get encouraged or be challenged, or just remind them that they're not alone. And this ain't gonna be no polished, perfect podcast. This is raw. This is real. This is shop talk mixed with real talk. Here's what you can expect each week. I'll be recording in the evenings right here in the shop. I'll be bringing on guests, car builders, friends, other business owners, people with powerful testimonies. Some nights we might go deep into custom car work, paint jobs, builds, the hustle of running a business. Other nights we might talk about life, being a husband, being a father, marriage after divorce, raising kids, losing relationships, and how faith pulls you through all of it. Because cars may be my passion, but Christ is my foundation. So let me give you guys a quick story from my life to set the tone for what this podcast is going to be like. So there was a season where I felt like I was losing everything. My marriage was falling apart. My kids were slipping away. Relationships with people were breaking. The stress of having multiple businesses, my health, all of it was just piling up. And I'll be honest with you guys, I didn't know how to hold it all together. There'd be times I'm sitting in my car driving, just tears running down my face, feeling the weight of the world on my shoulders. And sometimes that pain was unbearable. Feeling like a man, like I failed. Like I failed my wife, I failed my kids, I failed my parents. And I really felt like I failed myself. Damn near took me to the point of no return. I know I'm not perfect. And I've made mistakes both in business and in life. But there were times I felt so alone, I thought that life was just too tough to go on. But it was in that broken place that God showed me something. His peace doesn't depend on my circumstances, and His love doesn't depend on me being perfect. Philippians talks about the peace of God that surpasses all understanding, and I've lived that. Not because I'm strong, not because I did everything right, but because I found that when you're down, all you have to do is look up. And that's why I want to do this podcast. Because if He can hold me through all of that, even with my flaws and my failures, I know He could do the same for you. So that's a little bit about me, a little bit about this show, and a lot about why I'm here. If this is something that resonates with you, if you're into cars, or maybe you're just into real talk about life, family, faith, stick around. Hit that subscribe button and that like button, and most importantly, share this with someone who you think might need it. Next week, I got my boy Kenyale coming on. He's my boy. I've known him for a long time. He's about 10 years younger than me. He moved across the street from my mom's house when he was probably around 10 or 11 years old, and I was in high school. And I practically raised this boy. But he's been building whips. I've been painting, doing a lot of cars from damn near his whole adult life. All kinds of whips, from lowriders to motorcycles. And right now, he's out there killing the motorcycle scene. One of the fastest, if not the fastest Harley on these streets of San Diego. So trust me, you don't want to miss out. Thanks for riding with me on this first episode of Executive Sessions. Until next time, keep building, keep believing, and remember, God's not done with your story yet.